Let's go to item number 20.
The economic development report is the new Subway restaurant is open and it's in the old Walmart shopping center. We had a chance to go over there and eat, and everything is well. Regal John's is up and going and has been for about 2 months now. And we have a press conference scheduled for tomorrow for the micro enterprise program. And if any of you don't know what that program is, it's entertaining people going into business. And the LED coordinator, John Matthews, will be here, and that press conference will be taking place here at the Hammond Center at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And I would encourage all of you to come out and attend that. You get to hear how that program works and what it provides for people who are interested in going in business, all the services that are there. Groundbreaking and ribbon cutting ceremony for Franklin State Bank is at 10:30. And we also have a ribbon cutting ceremony for PERS on June the 27th. And Gypsy's House is now open for business, and they're waiting to establish a time for their ribbon cutting event. And the airport project, I understand, is moving forward, and I believe, Skip, you received a letter from them, from the engineers, asking for a meeting, so that project is moving along. And we did have, at the same time that the dog show was going on, we had a conference here with the Louisiana Housing Finance Agency trying to take the pain out of home ownership, the purchase of a home. And that event went over very well, and it was here at the Hammond Center. That's about it. Any questions? Yes.
The airport project that you mentioned, is that the new airport or is that the existing airport that we have?
Currently it's the existing airport, but I don't really know until the engineers, they just asked for a meeting with a skip the problem.
It's a kickoff meeting for the new airport.
For the new airport?
Yes.
Is there a board that governs, I guess, or oversees decisions and so forth for that new airport?
I don't know if we have a board staff. Is there a board staff? No board staff.
Because I know that there had been a meeting and that an engineer had been decided upon as a result of that, or as part of that meeting. And I'm curious as to what body that is that makes that decision that bypasses the council.
Well, that was a selection committee that was established, and they made the decision.
Councilman Gill, I was on the committee.
Okay.
Councilman was represented. I was there.
Okay.
I was part of the committee.
All right. But I mean, I just hadn't heard anything about it other than outside. So, thank you. Okay. Is that a board, or I mean, how's that?
No, it was just going through the selection process. We have the scores and things we've done before, which I served on with Councilman Mahoney.
Okay.
He served on, we've gone through the scoring sheet.
Okay.
And how that process.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Stephen. You'll excuse me. The chief's report is chief had to go out on an emergency. Okay. And what name of the chief?
I haven't had time to go this, but on accidents on the highway, we had 14, parking lot was 9, total accident was 23. Call for service 717. Also have a Gary Mingo. Also, he want to recommend that we hire Gary Mingo. He's a 12, 13-year veteran, already post-certified. I think I brought it around, most of the council met him.
I'm going to accept the recommendation to hire a new officer.
I second.
Properly moved and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna abstain on that.
Let the record reflect that full councilman voting in the affirmative and one abstaining.
I also move to accept the report as it was given by Officer George.
Do I have a second? Properly moved and second to accept the report given by Officer Wilhite. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposes? Let the record reflect that is unanimously approved. Monthly financial statement.
We are at 92% of our budget. This will be through the end of May. Kind of the same areas that have been high or still high through the all of the funds. Our general fund revenue, the total is at 117%. The same, different areas that we received more money than we had budgeted last year. Construction, video bingo revenue, hotel tax, we kind of under-budgeted that, but, so total general fund revenue should be at 92%, we're at 117%, but that's revenue, so that's good. Our general fund expenses, administrative salaries is at 113%. Our administrative expense is at 110. Our auditing is at 183%. These are just the same ones that have been a little high all year. But our overall expenses in general fund, before capital outlay projects is at 96%, should be 92, so that's just 4% over. If you add in the capital outlay, that makes it 111% of our budget. We have a total of $398,996 in capital outlay projects, but of that, $282,866 we received grant money for. So that leaves about around $116,000 that we've had to pay for ourselves, which is probably why our expenses are a little high there. Our sales tax collections, 102%, so we've actually received more money in sales tax collections than we had anticipated. We've transferred, the transfers to general fund is a little high, but because of our expenses being high, we had to transfer more money. Utility system fund is, it looks good, the same, administrative expenses is high, it's been high for several months. Waterworks expense, we had a lot of, we had to purchase more stuff, I'm assuming with the new subdivisions, we've had to purchase water meters. I don't remember that one being high last month.
We had to come, we took our inventory and used it on the houses.
We had to restock our inventory, we made that right. Overall, the total operating expenses before capital outlay projects is 78%, so that's pretty good. And when you add that in, it's 83% of our budget. So utility system fund's looking pretty good.
What is your pleasure?
Questions?
Make a motion to accept the financial statements.
It's been properly moved. And second. All in favor, say aye. opposed, you have that same right. At this time, we'll go around the list for the council. Mr. Gale? Mr. Mahoney? Ms. Johnson?
No.
Mr. Dumas?
No.
Mr. McCarthy?
Without growing business in the restaurant industry here, I noticed I hadn't had an opportunity to eat at the new Mexican restaurant establishment. But one thing I've noticed here is that, most restaurants you go to in Monroe, you go to a Mexican restaurant, you have an opportunity for some folks who like to eat and they like to have a margarita or whatever. I know one deal here we don't have what we call the mixed drinks. And I think that's a vital necessity for those restaurants, and also probably a vital necessity to bring other restaurants in here. And that is something, Mayor, that I want to look at. We need to look at. I think that would better help the revenue of the businesses. By better helping the revenue of the businesses, that's going to better help the revenue of the city. But of looking at, where you've got the steakhouse, where you can go in, you want to have a mixed drink, glass of wine or whatever, those customers can do that. I know we're on a low tolerance ordinance, what we have, so we can't sell mixed drinks. But I think that's something we need to look into to adjust with those businesses.
Mr. McCarthy, I would like to appoint you to a committee to look into that and report back next month. Who would like to serve on that? Mr. Gills, would you serve on the committee with me?
I will.
Okay, is there anything else that needs to come before the council? There be.
I move we adjourn.
It's been properly moved and second. We are adjourned.